Hey everyone, my name is Dylan, and today we'll be doing a warm-up. To start off, we're just going to be doing high knees for 30 seconds. So you're going to want to get your knees up to about hip height, making sure that our arms are going from our hips up to our cheekbones. If you'd like to increase the intensity here, you can do it at a jogging or even a running pace. But here we've got about 10 seconds left before we move on to a side-to-side motion. So in 3, 2, 1, start moving side to side. Not anything else yet, just doing this to get our legs warmed up. And in 10 seconds we'll be adding a modification here with some hamstring kickbacks for another 30 seconds. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll be adding this hamstring kickback. You can do this at whatever pace you feel comfortable with. If you'd like to increase the intensity, you can speed it up like I'm doing right now. All right, we've got 15 seconds left now. Good job, keep going. 10. Okay, 5. We're moving on to some arm circles in 2 seconds. So we're going to continue our side-to-side motion now, just adding in a little forward arm circle action and start to make them bigger, getting close to that full range of motion as we stay moving side to side. Okay, that was 15 seconds, so now we're going to switch directions. Same principle here where we're going to slowly start making these bigger as you've got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Next thing we're going to move on to is a forward lunge where we're going to focus on, make sure that you can see my legs. We're going to focus on creating a forward lunge where our knee is going over our heel, but an important thing here is to cross our arms over, make an X in front, and have our tricep touch the outside of our quad, the vastus lateralis. So we'll be doing 5 on each side. So cross over. You're going to lunge or drop down, not letting our opposite knee touch the ground, and come up. Not all the way, just until our knee is about 45 degrees, and then back down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to switch. Same thing for the left side. 1, ooh, I don't know if you heard that, it's just my knee. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, nice job. Next thing we're moving on to is a calf raise combined with a bicep curl, and you can do these totally body weight. Or you can add in weights yourself. So we'll be going for 30 seconds. If you're doing this body weight, clench at the top, clench your bicep muscles so that you get that muscle activation, and then resist gravity as you go back down. So we'll do this for 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1, start. Up. You can do them at whatever pace you want. Just know that if you'd like to increase the intensity, you can slow down the movement that's going against gravity to stress your muscles harder. Okay, 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and 0. Next thing we're going to get into is a side lunge with just focus on making sure that our knees are not going too far forward over our toes, or that we're leaning too far forward. We kind of want our hips to sit back as we come over to one side. And if you want to increase intensity, you can hold it for a few seconds. So we're going to do 5 on each side, so a total of 10. You can do it at your own pace. Come over, sit, hold for a second, that's 1. 1. You gotta keep pushing through. These can kind of burn towards the end. If you can't finish all 10, that's okay. Last 2. And done. All right, nice job, everyone. Next thing we're gonna do is make sure that our shoulder girdle is all good to go. You can use a water bottle or a weight to just grab it in front and slowly rotate around the head, keeping our head still, to increase mobility in our tendons and ligaments up here, and also warm up our delt muscles. All right, so go for 5 more seconds and then switch the rotation. All right, switch. Just keep going. And if any part of this range of motion hurts your shoulder, just limit movement to that side. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Next one we'll be doing, which if you have a band, this can add some added resistance to our shoulder blade pinch, but you don't really need a band if you don't want to use it. And just like hold your fist as if you are pulling one back, and this will be a pectoral stretch combination with warming up our lats or our trapezoids. So we'll be doing 10. I've already done 4. Just hold it for a second, come back forward. And try to imagine that you're pinching a pencil or a piece of pasta or some straw back between your shoulder blades. All right, nice job, everyone. I'm gonna grab a drink of water, so if you want to pause the video, feel free to do so, or just wait a few seconds till I'm done. All right, we're gonna get, before we go down to the ground, we'll do our last standing up thing. It's gonna be a side lunge again, but this time it's gonna be focusing on the stretch aspect. So we're gonna get our feet a lot more than shoulder width apart and having our groin muscles stretch equally as we let one arm come across over the top and stretch our lats. You can even breathe in to get a better stretch, and you can hold it and then breathe out as you come down. So I'm gonna do this 3 more times, so total of 2 on each side. I'm gonna breathe in, feel that stretch here, and then come down. Last 2. Breathe in. Great job, everyone. Last 1. Okay, nice job. Now we're gonna get down to the ground. I guess I'll just tilt this. Yeah, first thing we're gonna do is just get in this sort of lunge position again, but this time our back leg is totally on the ground. If you have the flexibility in your leg, just keep your toes flat on the ground, and we're going to come across and twist. So get your left arm across the right knee, or right arm across the left knee, doesn't really matter. Come across and stretch. And then switch sides. Hold that stretch for a few seconds. Stretch the obliques and the glutes. Okay. Next thing we're going to do are some Russian twists, which here we're not going to focus too much on the speed, but hitting the range of motion to reach as far back behind as we possibly can, and then come back forward. So we'll be doing it for 30 seconds, but really make sure to get that full range of motion. And we'll start in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Reach across. Hold it for a second, go as far as you can, and then come back. Great job, everyone. Keep going. Okay, 10 more seconds before we move on to some heel touches, which we'll be staying in the supine position for that. So 3, 2, and 1. So the heel touches, to give you a better view, I'll go to the side. And the idea here, hopefully you can see me, the idea here is to have our shoulder blades and head slightly off the ground. Keep our abdominal muscles tight. Imagine our belly button is going into the floor, into the earth. And then we're going to try to touch our heels if we can, reach as far as you can. Flex those muscles as you come across. And we'll be doing 15 on each side. So whatever pace you like to go at. 1, a total of 30. Keep going, everyone. You're doing a great job. Just really make sure you're clenching your abdominis rectus the whole time. Just keep it activated so we can get as much as we can out of this. Okay, I have 5 left on each side personally. Okay, done. I'm sure you all did great. We're going to do a few more stretches on our back. This one's going to be the figure 4 stretch. So we're going to let our legs sit in front, cross one over, and use our arms to pull our leg toward our chest to get a deep stretch here. Making sure to never stretch to the point of over discomfort, but still enough that you really feel that stretch. I'm going to hold this for about 5 to 10 more seconds, just to the point where it starts to feel pretty good and relaxed. Okay, I'm going to switch. I'll hold this for 10 to 15 seconds as well. If you don't personally have the hip mobility or something, then you don't have to pull it as close to the chest as I am, just as much as you can. Maybe it'll look more like this for some people, but that's okay. Okay, last few stretches we're going to do are the cat and cow stretch. So here we're going to get make sure our body's nice and square, shoulders over our hands, hips over our knees, and we're going to inhale as we arch our back, pushing our back as far away from the floor as we can, flexing our pecs to do so. Inhale, and then exhale. As we get into the cat stretch, really feeling a deep stretch in our abs and clenching our back muscles to do this. And then breathe back in. Hold it for a second, and then breathe out. Push that stretch as much as you can without hurting yourself, and then breathe in again. Do this 3 more times. Out. Nice job. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Next one is one of my personal favorites, the frog stretch. It's going to get a kind of a deep stretch in our groin and our quads here. So we're going to have our feet kind of close together behind us and our knees spread apart. And if you can't get this far, that's totally fine. You can bring them a little closer and it'll be more of a child's pose. But the idea here is to reach our bodies forward and kind of use our hands to push our body backwards to get a nice deep stretch around groin muscles. Just hold this for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice job. And if you want, you can come into a kind of scorpion stretch here. And if you'll feel cracks in your back, Should feel kind of good. And that is it for anything on the ground. Lastly, we're going to get our heart rate back up again by quickly standing up and doing 10 jump squats. So these can be body weight. These can be with whatever weight you want to do. And we're going to want to do these in quick succession, just get our heart rate back up. The idea here is to make sure that you don't have to jump in the air if you don't feel like you want to risk falling or twisting an ankle or something, but you can make sure you do these in quick succession. So we'll start, do 10 to 20, like really whatever amount you feel like doing. Go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Hopefully, if you watch this warm up, you enjoyed it.